Last week I posted a picture, or a couple of pictures actually, of these color charts, color spectrum charts. I'm sure lots of people have different names for them, but anyway, I made a couple of them just to experiment with skin tones, so I knew which colors to make. Now I have a great book to help me match skin tones, but ultimately when it comes to manufacturer's colors, it's hard to know what color comes to what. So I try to use the same colors from the same manufacturer. Good colors. Might as well spend your money on good colors. But anyway, this is what the end result is going to look like. We're going to use a little larger squares here. And I already did one here, and unfortunately my camera stopped recording or never recorded. So this is the second take. Anyway, I like to use a template. Templates are just quick and simple. Obviously I can't draw with a paintbrush. So I'm just going to fill the rest of these out. Also at the bottom there's space for something to just kind of experiment, so you might as well put something interesting down here. And again, templates are quick and easy. They make nice, straight, even, awesome lines. So what I like to do is I like to start with the top being the light, the darker, more dominant color being at the bottom. And what I'm going to use this time are Windsor Newton, both professional artist grade, Windsor yellow. And as you can kind of see there, maybe it's shiny, French ultramarine. So the first thing you need to do is mark your colors. Windsor yellow and, oh, my bad, cerulean blue, excuse me. So we're using Windsor yellow and cerulean blue, both Windsor Newton. Mark your colors so you're not wasting your time going, oh, I wonder what that was. Now this was, I showed you the first time actually, was the French ultramarine mixed with the Windsor yellow to see what kind of green shades and what kind of colors, what it does to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the heavier color. And it's going to be pretty much straight out of the tube. Oops. We'll adjust. Obviously blue is pretty thick. It's very opaque compared to other colors. It's really strong. So you always want to mix accordingly. Now this looks like it's going to take forever, but it's going to go pretty quick. I'll show you. What I like to do then is take one little dab of water. Sorry, you can't really see it much. We'll move this. One dab of water. Maybe pick up a little more, maybe a little more in this just box. Then I like to dab it and then dip it again to get the third value, the light. Maybe a simple wash in the background so you can build up. And then I take what's going to be the Windsor yellow. Make sure you rinse your brush fairly well, unlike what I just did right there. Kill some of the water. Then we're going to start to the top, and you can see yellow isn't very opaque. To get a good yellow you need to have many layers. Imagine like little pieces of stained glass, but still this is right out of the tube. Then one dab of water. I know it doesn't look much different. Then dab it for the third, and of course you can even take some off if you want, which probably isn't a bad idea for this box, just a little bit. Then let's clean that off so there's no pollution, or minimize the pollution. I'm going to add to it. From the blue. Like one little spoon, maybe about that much. No. Maybe a little more. So basically one, and of course the blue is very dark. So now I have 2 parts yellow, 1 part blue, 2 parts water, 3 parts water. And now we're going to pretty much go half and half, or try to go half and half. And we'll put it down there and see what that looks like. And we're getting some pretty nice shades of green here. They do tend to thin out unless I'm not using it heavy enough, but now for this I tend to try to pull more blue. Yeah, that's good. It's okay if you're sloppy. Then maybe for your spare, you can take just a simple wash. Take maybe some pure color on one side, wash it out fairly well. Take the pure color on the other side maybe, and see how they mix. And then let's do it for another color, just for fun. We'll do what looks to be like a Windsor red. And we'll continue to use the Cerulean blue, and we'll see what that does. Take some of that out of there. And then do a dry on, wet on dry. Red, alizarin crimson, and yellow. Windsor yellow. Well, that's pretty much it. You can see and let them dry, but it's cool how you can get a lot of different shades. So this is straight out of the bucket, straight out of the tube. This is straight out of the tube with 1 part water, straight out of the tube with 2 parts water. There is, some of them aren't, it's hard to catch on the camera, the color differences. And the simple color shades, the brightnesses, the darknesses. But you can see what's going on down here. It looks pretty cool. I wish you can kind of see it a little better. Now we'll just dab some of the color in, just in case I ever wanted to wash them. And now I know what those colors. Maybe a good idea, but always list your colors. Do that before you start painting. Thanks for watching. This was cool. If I get any action, I'll make some more. Maybe have you watch me paint a portrait or two. Thanks. Have a good night.